It's Friday, which can only mean one thing, and that's the Travel Today wrap-up. And here we are, bringing you this week's major news from the travel industry. It's taken since December 2006, countless court hearings, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and more column inches in Travel Today than I care to remember. But this week, travel agents finally learned how much they'll receive from Qantas in back pay commission on fuel surcharges. By the end of June, as we exclusively revealed earlier this week, 220 agents will share, in a $2.1 million jackpot. Those 220 agents remained in the class action since day one and were the only ones to actually put up their hands with a direct claim against Qantas. The carrier will also have to pay considerable court costs, which have mounted up over 4.5 long years. Now, if you thought this was the end of the class action, you can think again, because there's 4 other airlines now in the firing line: Air New Zealand, Singapore Airlines, Cathay Pacific and British Airways. And lawyers will turn their attention now to those 4 carriers. We'll keep you fully updated with developments, as we have done since the class action began all those years ago. Speaking of Air New Zealand, I had a chat at Trends in New Zealand last week to Deputy Chief Executive Norm Thompson and Australia General Manager Cam Wallace, just discussing the state of the Trans-Tasman market and its forthcoming alliance with Virgin Australia. Now, this time last year, Air New Zealand was hemorrhaging cash on the Tasman to the tune of millions of dollars, one senior executive told me. Now, that situation has improved over the last 12 months, according to Thompson, and I guess he's duty bound to say it's improved. No airline can stomach those losses for too long. And its loads have improved. The financial performance has also taken a turn for the better, and it's now looking forward to its alliance kicking in with Virgin Australia to improve the profitability further on that competitive route. Co-chairs kick in with Virgin at the end of July, with new schedules starting in November. Still with aviation, Regional Express announced its 9-month financial performance this week, and it wasn't a particularly pretty picture from Rex. Its pre-tax profits in the period declined just under 10% to around about $16 million. But of greater concern is the number of regional routes, which it says are under threat due to the spiralling cost of fuel. It listed 7 or 8, which it is reviewing. We'll keep you updated as and when those routes fall by the wayside. Let's hope most of them are able to stay. Briefly, in other news, China Holidays announced a global expansion this week. It's to open offices in London, Vancouver and New York. Finally this week, AirAsia Chief Executive Tony Fernandes has launched another bid to buy English Premier League side West Ham, who sadly were relegated to the Championship, which is the second tier of English football, a couple of weeks ago. He wants to buy the club from David Gold and David Sullivan, who pretty much made their money from pornography. If you want more details on that story, then go to Google. It's a pretty interesting read. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week with another Travel Today wrap-up. Until then, have a good week. Take care.